Hello, Assalamu alaikum, how are you? Today we're going to talk about the noise in our lives, the noises that we can avoid, the noises sometimes that we choose to keep in our lives. So stop talking and start enjoying the silence. Many people would want to know why is it important to be aware of the unwanted noise in our lives and to be mindful of being silent. Well, you know, they say silence is golden. And when we talk about meditation, when we talk about being in the moment, when we talk about enriching our lives, we talk about mindfulness, you will always have the association of silence. When we think of silence, again, if you picture it in your mind, if you had to be in a place that was silent, what would you picture? You would, for me, I would picture being in nature, being in the outdoors. Of course, people who know me know that about me. On a seashore where there aren't any crowds. So, and that brings along a lot of feeling of well-being. How can we prove that point? Well, you know, put yourself in that situation. You're in a noisy crowd and you can't even hear yourself think. And what happens is that day by day, you just get used to that noise pollution. You just get used to those sounds and you get used to being lost in them. Whether it's an industrial setup, whether it's because of the job conditions that you have, the place where you live, whatever sound pollution there is, sometimes you just can't sort things out and you can't even hear yourself think. In comparison, let's move you over to a serene place. Nature, the outdoors, silence. Silence except for the sounds of birds chirping, the beautiful noises they make when they talk to each other on the branches of the trees that are flowing in the breeze. The silence of the waves that you can hear, the waves that come rolling in from the depth and the expanse of the ocean to spill themselves over on the shore. What does it all mean to you? Sitting together or sitting alone, watching a sunset or a sunrise. What a magical moment. If you haven't done that, then you must. It should be on your bucket list. These are the things that connect ourselves with ourselves. This is what makes us reinvent ourselves and find our soul. Do you know that exposure to too many loud sounds can actually give you hearing loss, stress, high blood pressure, and it can affect your emotional well-being and your mental well-being. These are those silent dangers. These are those things that we have to keep ourselves protected from. Being around too many people, crowds, too much noise, too much talking, you really don't get a chance to think about what is important to you. What are your goals in life? What are you thinking about? If anything, the corona situation has taught many of us to slow down. We have been able to take a stock of our lives in the world in general. So many people were able to shift through their priorities. They were able to sort of redefine their value system and the priorities of things that they had in their lives. Many of us decluttered. Many of us were able to downsize. Many of us were able to let go of things that maybe in other circumstances we wouldn't have been able to. We found out that less is more. We found out that you can spend time with yourselves. You can make yourself your best friend. You can reconnect. There have been many revelations for people in this time, in these unprecedented circumstances. And while there has been much tragedy and heartbreak, there has been something we have been able to learn. Some people will love to be in a crowd, some people will cringe at the thought of it. But that doesn't make anybody right or wrong. It just makes us unique, it makes us different. Researchers tell us that whatever your personality is, getting away from the noise and the crowd is very important, and you should spend a considerable part of the day with yourself, or in solitude, or in silence. How many people are comfortable in sitting alone, in solitude? For some people, it is a really scary thought because they're not used to it, and it puts them out of their comfort zone. Why? Because then you have to focus. You maybe have to think about things that are important, that you may be pushing away, that you may be trying to avoid that conversation that you're wanting to have with yourself. When we're alone, when we're in solitude, when we're in silence, we are more aware. We are more mindful. We're living in the moment, and we're able to see things with more clarity. Next time you feel overwhelmed, just take these simple steps. Take some time out for yourself to be with yourself, because you are the person that matters the most in your life. Have those conversations, no matter how much you want to avoid them. Get to know yourself and find out what really is going on through your mind. I hope that this has been helpful to you. I hope that you'll be able to try this experiment, go outside or maybe find a quiet place in your house and be able to spend some time in solitude, asking yourself, having a conversation and finding out more about who you are. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do leave a comment below in the comment box. Like and subscribe to the channel if you feel like it. And until next time, stay blessed, stay beautiful. Bye bye.